What if Battlefield 6 lets you turn off one of its most key visual settings? Could that give some players an unfair advantage over others? With the reveal of Battlefield 6 still on the horizon, one feature has become the subject of heated debate. Reddit user 3Deal ignited the conversation by suggesting that PC players shouldn't have the option to disable ambient occlusion and grass settings. The response? A battlefield of opinions that's divided fans everywhere. So what's really at stake here? As Battlefield 6 nears its release, members of the Battlefield Labs program are already testing new features. One of the key elements being discussed is ambient occlusion, a graphical technique that makes lighting and shadows feel more realistic. But here's where things get spicy. Some gamers argue that turning off ambient occlusion will hurt visual quality and performance balance. 3Deal believes that disabling this feature would give PC players an unfair advantage, affecting the game's aesthetics and playability. On one hand, turning off ambient occlusion can significantly boost performance, especially for gamers on lower-end systems like budget laptops or older desktops. By reducing the graphical load, they can get smoother gameplay with higher frame rates. But for others, the loss of this feature could be a deal breaker. Disabling it may strip the game of its stunning visual qualities, and in a franchise that prides itself on intense, immersive experiences, that could be a huge hit to the overall feel. But there's a bigger question at play. Is it about performance, or is it about the visual fidelity of the game? For those with powerful machines, ambient occlusion adds to the realism, contributing to the overall atmosphere. But on the other hand, should developers be catering to lower spec systems by allowing players to disable such features, or should they push for a universal experience that's visually consistent across all platforms? As expected, the debate spiraled quickly. With strong opinions on both sides, Battlefield subreddit moderators had to step in and lock the discussion. While it was meant to be a simple conversation about graphical settings, it quickly became a full-blown war of words. And that's when things really started to heat up. The developers of Battlefield 6 are focused on optimizing the game for all platforms, including low-end PCs. But does that mean some features like ambient occlusion should be sacrificed for better frame rates? Or should the game strive for a balanced approach that gives players control over how they experience it? These questions are likely to dominate discussions as the Battlefield 6 reveal approaches. Through Battlefield Labs, players have the unique opportunity to shape the game's development. This program is allowing fans to test and provide feedback on upcoming features. But as exciting as this sounds, the real question remains, will these tweaks and optimizations be enough to satisfy both hardcore fans and casual players? As Battlefield 6 draws closer, more and more questions will need to be answered. So what's your take on the ambient occlusion debate? Should Battlefield 6 allow PC gamers to turn off visual features for a performance boost, or does that compromise the integrity of the game's visual experience? As we get closer to the game's reveal, we'll keep you updated on how Battlefield 6 is shaping up. Stay tuned for more, and let's continue this conversation.